Today we are going to be exploring the new Beast Tribe.
Last Drugs Security Protocol initiated. Any intruders will be eliminated. Repeat, Last Drugs Security Protocol initiated. Data collection and analysis in progress. Please stand by until the next replication process is complete. Welcome to the Last Drugs Elita Draconia Elita teacup shipment is still en route, so this unit is not yet able to dispense various liquids. Can it help you with anything in the meantime? Omnicron Unit M104 is Standard Operations and Project Management Unit. It served at Base Omnicron prior to its present deployment. Currently its function as barista for the purposes of spreading hope throughout the universe in accordance with Prime Directive. However, management has yet to provide this unit with an apron befitting its station. To quote the tiny manager, a place where travellers can drink in sight of the spectacular Dead Star at Osmatho's heart, and also a variety of beverages. Allegedly named after the Last Stand, a similar venue located on the star Aetheris, the Last Dregs welcomes the patronage of simulated life forms, regardless of the nature of their original doom. Please note that all interactions will be monitored for the presence of hope and uploaded to Sigma 4's internal database for strategic purposes. Cross-references Sigma for memory data. Bing! Gorgona was the first civilization that units from the Alphatron star encountered and ultimately conquered upon achieving interstellar travel. At the time, we believed that Gordona's machines were true leaders of its civilization. Gordona was thus regarded as a threat, registered as a threat, and annihilated with a swiftness. It was only after extermination had concluded that we learned the Gordonites were in fact silicon-based life forms. Though further data on their true nature remains scarce, historical reconstruction is ongoing and ever. Last Dregs managers, Jammingway, and nice to see another one. Yeah, there we go. This unit welcomes Draconia Elita and reports this unit is currently in the process of preserving residual energy exuded by the Dead Star. This unit's next task is to analyze this data and utilize it in recreating remnants of lost civilizations from the depths of Meteon's memories. A current salvage operation, if you would. Last Dregs managers Jammingway and N7000 have much to tell you. Welcome, Elita, to the Last Dregs. At long last we are open for business, and that's not all. This unit recommends you allow the squeaky life form to elaborate. Please be advised that this recommendation does not extend to other conversations. For one thing, we've cleaned the place up since your last visit. That counter's clean enough to eat off of. We've also recruited additional Omnicrons to our cause. They have absolutely naught better to do, and are thus stationed here at all hours. I fear their lack of customer service experience may prove an issue. However, so I think it's best that our first patrons be similar to the people of Aetheris. You lot have been awfully understanding of our slip-ups on the moon. To fulfill that objective, this unit has taken the liberty of ordering the replication of passively intelligent life forms based upon data recovered from the dead ends. These life forms now exist as tangible simulations, much like this unit itself, allowing them to enjoy cafe services. If you orientate your ocular orbs to my right, you will find Patron 001 and Patron 002 of Calarian people. Prepare to die, traitor. I shall now obliterate your hideous helm and your belligerent brain with it. Ideological alignment with the global community is the only way to restore peace, that and the utter annihilation of our enemies. You would say that, mongrel. You've long since ceased to see beyond the leash around your neck, or perhaps it's that tasteless headwear that's cutting off oxygen to your brain. You and your masters know naught of righteousness. The peace you offer is but apathy, self-determination subjugated to the pull of the yoke. Pray that you last know freedom and death.
As you can see, it's not going as well as we'd hoped.
Where the data indicates that while the Calarians prospered maternally under the global community, the anti-establishment freedom fighters fought back against its oppressive social conditions, leading to total annihilation of both civilization and star.
Excuse me. It seems like both of you want the same thing, to put an end to this conflict and live happily ever after. Also, to murder each other, but that didn't turn out so well for you last time. How about you take a seat and talk this over? I suppose this will have to do for the time being. For you see, I have something even more important to show you. With me. Can you see it? Here at the end of the universe, a new star has been born.
Furthermore, readings confirm that this unidentified star is composed of dynamis.
With the Endsinger gone, Ultima Thule should no longer be doomed to despair. Yet what kind of star, what civilization, could have arisen out of the dynamis of this place? I shudder to think.
That is precisely why this unit recommends eliminating potential threats immediately. The looming spectre of a hostile civilization is not conducive to carrying out current orders to live.
Have you learned nothing from the Calarians? We cannot simply go about annihilating everyone who looks at us askance. Besides, it would be a shame to waste any potential resources the star has to offer. It's not as if we're rolling in tea leaves out here.
Where this unit finds the eminently killable life form's outlook to be intolerably naive.
I'll show you eminently killable, you weird-looking fork. Anyway, I propose that with your help, Elita, we first investigate this newborn star. There will be plenty of time for annihilating later, should such measures be called for.
Where, if both eminently killable life forms insist, you may access the research portal from base Omnicron. This unit will accompany you for your own safety.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Does this place even have a menu? Hot beverages are but an operate to the masses. Up we go. Can I learn more about that? No. There we go.
Of all these brilliant machine-building machines, why did we get stuck with the food one?
Beyond this portal, you will find a research area constructed for the purposes of collecting data on the new star. You may proceed with caution to the star from there.
Colour me impressed by Sigma 4. This is the one that made all of this. Now, look sharp, Forky.
As one small part of the ongoing mission to the lab, this unit stocks material useful to a variety of life forms. May this unit recommend the gold salmon bro. This unit is pleased to be a participant in the research of nearby celestial bodies and potential obliteration of threats to allied civilizations. Apparently, if we wish hard enough, this will teleport us all the way to the new star. How hard is hard enough? This unit has already given the order to increase the instruments and material available in the A4 research. Potential enemies will not find base Omicron unprepared. FTL travel initiated. Calibrating coordinates.
If Ultima Thule is governed by sentiment, does that mean this huge thing came straight from someone's heart?
Initializing scan of planet's surface and core. Environmental scans inconsistent with data from previously recorded planets. No signs of civilization detected. This unit can only assume that the star is entirely new.
Unlike anything seen before.
We're emergency alert from the last dregs.
Beep boop boop beep beep wop.
Thunk. This unit will now transmit directly from Sigma 4. Emergency alert. Customers designated Patron 1 and Patron 2 resisting delivery of sustenance. Weapons have been drawn. Please advise.
Resisting? What in the world did you serve them?
As proposed by the flea-ridden manager, staff first attempted to provide patrons with locally rendered carrots. These were rejected as not food. Gordona oil and Omicron grease were also rejected, despite databases indicating these substances would fulfill 95% of the criteria for designation as food. Words unsuitable for transmission also issued forth from patrons at this time. The torrent of verbal abuse activated at Gordona Guardian's moderation filters, causing its set weapons to purge. All remaining units have withdrawn behind available cover. Projections create a 99.9783% chance of failure should further arbitration be attempted by current staff. Management support requested.
I sort of expected this. After all, artificial carrots just aren't right. Where's the fresh and juicy crunch? Where's the slight aftertaste of dirt? This may seem far-fetched, but perhaps they don't like carrots? I don't know why anyone would bother putting other things in their mouth when there are perfectly good carrots lying about. But very well, I suppose we'll need to concoct some sort of nutritious admixture.
Data indicates that cultivation prospects in Ultimathul are abysmal. To manufacture ingredients we require a dedicated production plant.
Given the fate of our aforementioned carrots, that simply will not do. But what of this new star? Could it not be used to cultivate the fresh culinary ingredients we need? Ah, I see it now! Our customers' contentment upon tasting the most delicious and nutritious cuisine they've had. The sight should delight me as much as 100 carrots of happiness at least.
Oh.
Goodness me! He's starting to believe.
We're scanning soil, acidity, moisture content, and temperature within acceptable parameters.
And it's soft under my paws, as if it's simply begging for cultivation.
Indeed, analysis indicates that 56.2% of cultivars registered to this database during prior conflicts with organic civilizations would be suited to this environment.
Did this star grant my wish? I suppose, given the nature of this place, it's not unreasonable to believe that residual energies from Meteon's nest could have coalesced into a new star. Nor that said star would be susceptible to emotion as the rest of the dynamis around here.
This theory is excessively convenient, but the data does not contradict it.
Your ability to insult me, even when we're in agreement, never ceases to amaze. Fortunately for you, I've better things to do than bicker with a bucket of bolts right now. Oh, magics of creation, feel the craving deep within my soul and grant me endless carrots!
Perhaps gluttony does not qualify as an emotion.
Bugger. Yet my hopes for the cafe do, apparently. Unlike my, however sincere visions of carrots specifically, that intangible hope for a potential future took forms as tillable earth. In which case, perhaps the joy of as of yet unrealized possibility is the key to success here. us shall we call it? Elita, a joyful land where hopes may come to rest.
The mythology at work here remains alien to this unit, but the overexcited organism's speculation has merit. Dynamis has been demonstrated to make the impossible possible. However, the data also shows that it lends itself as easily to ill as to good. If the beings of Ultima Thule succumb to despair once more, the consequences will be dire. This unit does not even need to run the calculations to be sure.
Oh, boil my carrots! I forgot all about the customers. We must attend to them with all haste, lest they warp the nature of the star. Look at the stars everywhere. Just drink it in. I like this place so long. This is where I want to spend my days. I would just sit and relax here forever. Do I look like a peacekeeper to you? That metallic taste will haunt me till the day I die. Yeah, this is what I get for breaking bread with the freedom fighters. My mouth is so oily. Proprietary threshold succeeded. Rude intruders will be eliminated. Cafe operations. Efficiency below 13%. Unfortunate circumstances detected. Reviewing customer service manual. This unit must admit that its protections were insufficient for having failed to anticipate this outcome. Please, if you would just sit down for a nice calming cup of tea. As if I would fall for your ruse a second time. That food you served us made me long for the days of chewing a boot in the trenches. Deeply so it pains me, I must agree.
That was the least palatable vegetable I've ever eaten. Wartorm or no, if I die, my blood is on your hands.
Heavens, we can't have that. We wish only to satisfy our customers, to bring them joy, so that they may never again fall to despair. What dishes would bring you joy, if I might ask?
Everything we typically eat, from beans to beef, is manufactured according to specifications that I could not even begin to guess at. But I would take anything even approaching normal at this point. Perhaps a salad to cleanse the palate of that horrible oil. As long as there are none of those genetically modified logs in it this time.
I see. 2 salads with completely organic ingredients. Coming right up.
How soon your paltry grey matter forgets there is a dearth of produce in this corner of the universe. Even on the new star, seeds will require time to grow.
Oh, but surely Elita can do something about that. You're a fisher, are you not? Surely there must be some manner of edible flora around here, inconspicuous though it may be. And I dare say local ingredients are something of a conversation starter, so that could be the next step towards our patrons resolving their differences. Wouldn't that be lovely? You need only relax and wait. We'll serve you a delicious dinner yet.
Reluctantly reviewing natural resource database.
Ping!
Promising nose detect located. Flora found in the wellspring of regret has been rated by other organic life forms as edible and shows acceptable nutrient composition. You may wish to purchase gold salmon roe from Omicron N0598 in A4 research for this mission and similar endeavours in Ultima Thule. All proceeds go to Omicron enhancement initiatives.
While you do that, we'll see if we can't scrounge up a few more ingredients from our stores. Though I still cannot imagine why one would prefer other foodstuff to carrots. I must admit I find this colony experimentation rather invigorating.
The return of allied lifeform Elita is most welcome. This unit can only help that other organic lifeforms will now cease their whining.
Weeds are a vegetable, correct?
I struggle to understand why you've ushered us back into existence in this fashion. The wheel of time does not turn in reverse. Are you planning to feed those ashen plants over there? Never been fond of ash in my mouth though. I suppose there might be a certain nostalgia to it now. Cafe security system active, standing by. Order history full, allocating additional storage space. Beep. Beep. Why do organic life forms consume so much salad? Alright, where do I go?
To the road of it, yeah.
while since I've done fishing. The return of the life form, Elita, is most welcome. The unit can only hope that other organic life forms will now cease their whining. Soggy alien kelp, so moist it couldn't possibly be less than fresh. Quality and quantity of provided ingredients exceeds expected parameters. Yours may be. Yours may be. I knew Elita would go above and beyond. Now put those greens to the test. Needless to say, I fear for my life. But now that you've gone to so much trouble, I suppose we should try it. I'd astounded the robust specimen of flavor and texture. I was unaware that food could possess such pleasant complexity. Mass-produced dishes pale in comparison. What's your tongue? The global community solved world hunger through automation, you know. You thought we'd have a scurvy thrice over without it. Still, I must admit the flavor is unique. Though we replicated a wide variety of cultivars in our factories, just as many were consigned to history. I see now what a loss that was. There is an appeal in having the freedom to choose what you eat, is there not? Though I recognize the validity of your world hunger argument. Perhaps there is room for both perspectives at this table. As this peculiar waiter observed, our haste to elevate one at the expense of others has not served us well in the past. Odd words to hear from a freedom fighter, but not wrong. That's the spirit. I'm certain you two have plenty in common, if you're willing to hear each other out. In the meantime, why not help us with some gardening? Release some of that pent-up energy that has you shouting at each other all the time. Think about it. It's honest, non-violent work. And the more you grow, the more new flavors you can experience. We have a patch of land on a new star that has your names on it. Well, your patron designations anyway. What do you say? I cannot claim I'd be happier on the battlefield. So I fought in the name of peace until there was not left to fight, or to fight for. There has to be a better way, maybe in safeguarding life rather than taking it. I'll find out what that is. I hesitate to align my ethos with that of a global citizen, yet it is true that we have now the freedom to choose our better future. Very well, I shall put down my arms and travel a different path this time around. Then as a truce, let us plant those vegetables.
Ooh, I smell hope. It smells like carrots of happiness, if you were wondering. Perhaps Elita could smell it too.
Inconclusive and 80% nonsensical, however possibilities resulting from this unlikely alliance approach the infinite.
I suppose that means we'll have to go and see for ourselves. Come along, patrons.
Logging customer satisfaction levels. Data indicates a consistent increase. Would you like to generate a graph? Graphic security system active. No applicable intruders detected.
At the very least, our Carolarian friends should be able to cultivate those unusual salad vegetables you found. If they can grow here, they can grow anywhere.
Despite the small yet statistically significant chance of their being greeted by hostiles, the naive lifeform has sent Patron 1 and Patron 2 to head to Elysian. This unit suggests we make haste in confirming what effects, if any, their emotions have wrought on the star.
Oh, wow.
Carolarians' heartfelt hopes for a peaceful future have taken form as resplendent gardens. Nevertheless, much of the newborn star remains as a blank canvas. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life?
I just realised I'm not bringing my headset. I'm not playing this music to its potential. I hope you were all able to hear me okay when I was doing my broadcasting earlier. The microphone on the pad should have picked me up okay, but I will continue with my headset on this time. The Carolarians seem to be multiplying. I wonder if these ones were pulled from the mire of despair out there, just like our patrons. In any case, we're going to need more salad. As I was considering the myriad possibilities we might sow upon this unmarred land, I was filled with a strange sense of optimism. Next I knew, there were plans all about. I don't know where it came from, but I'm glad for the sudden appearance of the Argoformer. It's a relic of the days before we fully automated food production, but it will make nurturing the plants much easier. Just look at the size of it. It's not the size. Where did all these other ones come from? They're all over the place.
Still accounting for differences, of course. Not a bad idea. I suppose we can try it your way. Whee! Give it all. Yee, shower time! That should do it. Are you quite certain? Oh my god, this is so fun! As I was considering the myriad possibilities we might steal upon this unworld land, I was filled with a strange sense of optimism. Next I knew there were plants all abound. I don't know where it came from, but I'm glad for the sudden appearance of that agroformer. It's a relic of the days before we automated food production that will make nurturing the plants much easier. The Carolarians seem to multiply. I wonder if these ones were pulled from the mire of despair out there, just like our patrons. In any case, we're going to need more salad. Where Dynamis-based alterations to the local environment exceed all but the most improbable of projections, data from prior civilizations indicates that organic customers will be pleased with the vegetation available for consumption. This unit proposes a temporary retreat to A4 research to discuss future salads and salad-adjacent matters. Our efforts have formed creatures more strange and beautiful than I could ever possibly imagined. Where all management units are present, this unit will now run multiple cognitive simulations of the last Drag's future. Analysis complete. Simulation suggests that further consultation with reconstructed lifeforms and changes to the nature of Elysion will both be beneficial in increasing future customer satisfaction. Overall, friendly interaction appears to be key to success of the last Drag's objectives, which are vital to the ongoing mission to live. In other words, if we continue to value our patrons, our cafe will become an even greater source of joy. This unit would not make such a fanciful projection, but nevertheless agrees with the general trajectory proposed. The ongoing assistance of allied lifeform Elita will also be invaluable. Will you continue to act as our management unit? Oh. Oh, the choices. Count this unit in. Your cooperation is appreciated. In preparation for the next phase of operations, this unit proposes strategically repositioning Matrix Sigma 4 to this location. that it may better assist in coordinating planetary and cafe objectives. Transmission of orders will commence at your signal. Red rose lusters on cooldown, initiating matrix installation. Oh, where are you going? It was coming right for me. Speaking of which, we have one more installation to attend to. Hold still, N7000. Perfect. Now I can tell which Omnicron the results will be coming from. It also signifies your role in this operation quite well, does it not? Were crude yet effective, this unit will consent to wearing the large-eared lifeform's primitive accessory. Now, my loyal crew, to work! The possibilities are infinite! There's much to be done. Yay, I'm friendly. You've achieved friendly reputation with the staff and patrons of the Last Dregs. Omnicron tribal quests are now available from Sigma 4 in A4 Research. Furthermore, you now have access to a wider selection of wares from Omnicron N0598. Welcome to the Last Dregs. Is that too much, do you think? Cafe and Elysium patrol pardon rounds complete. The student is taking scheduled break. Ah, there we go, that's where I get the top general. Yeah, excellent. Scanning Elysian, last check for anomalies, all clear. Sigma 4 would spread the word the last checks for all wide. The last check's performance is currently satisfactory, but analysis indicates that a focus on spreading awareness of the cafe's presence would yield even greater results. Therefore, you are requested to make use of your vocal aperture to engage in persuasive conversation with other lifeforms and secure their patronage. Commencing Operation Propagandize Plebeians. 2 likely locations of patron encounter have been marked for you on your map. Venture forth and return victorious. Sigma 4 is seeking an upgrade to the Last Dregs. According to the verbal testimony of the Maldros manager, delicious and unique coffee is a vital component of any cafe. Although objective analysis of such inherently subjective categories proves difficult, current stores of coffee have been classified as insufficient. Upgrading establishment coffee is predicted to result in clear strategic benefits. Your task is to procure necessary ingredients to achieve this goal. Procure seaweed from the Elysian fields. When your task is complete, deliver the materials to the food processing unit in the last dregs. Gold salmon roe is recommended as bait for the quickest completion of task. Stigma 4 requires someone of capable great speed. Commencing regular scheduled analysis of Karelian agricultural endeavours, you are requested to stand by while process completes and your task is assigned. Ping! Analysis concludes that improvements to Karelian fertilizer by means of alien matter may result in higher crop yield. For this task, we require the aid of most efficient errand organism in the immediate vicinity, you. Obtain tiny aquatic organisms from the abode of the Ea, approximate coordinate 2272. Use gold salmon roe as bait for the highest probability of success. Consider this mission to be top priority. Rest is not the recommendation state of motion for this mission. Travel to the abode of the Ea and return with tiny aquatic organisms. Use of gold salmon roe as bait will provide efficient and successful results. Through what pains you, meat bags. Go prepare and masticate your meals into piles of meaningless mush. Perhaps your corporeal forms to delve pleasure from such horrific process, but I must admit a failure to comprehend such an appeal. We find the occasional diversion in minute fluctuations of ether, yes, but together in a primitive circle of equally barbaric life forms, for empty exchange of ritual was a dreadful waste of time. To further current objectives, all Omnicrons have been informed that the last dregs is open for patronage. Several units have already been deployed to lend aid to operations. Is your current request in regards to wait staff or patron insufficiencies? We're retracting previous query in interest of efficiency. This unit will offer its services as needed to simulate the appearance of a successful small business. The way back down. For allied lifeform Elita detected, this is in regards to coffee upgrade, yes. Scanning for requested materials. Requested materials detected, please place them carefully in this unit's receptacle. The salty tang of dried seaweed is favoured by coffee connoisseurs of discerning tastes. Receipt of materials confirmed, this unit thanks you for your efforts. Return to Stigma 4 for your recompense. Ingredients may be submitted to this unit for processing. I can't say what's more unbelievable, that I'm gardening with the enemy or that I quite enjoy it. I was dead serious about the war, believe you me, yet somehow this feels more meaningful. Tell me about Civilization Octo. We're members of the 8th civilization, which the entity Meteon encountered referred to themselves as Carolarians. These lifeforms shared numerous characteristics with the people of the Metea's home star, Etheris, including a penchant for interspecies conflict. After many petty and likely pathetic wars, the Carolarians unified under a single global government, despite the material benefits of perpetual peace. However, some could not countenance the repression and stagnation which accompanied the global community's rule. Thus were the freedom fighters established, and the star plunged into war once more. By all accounts, this war was rather more impressive than the prior ones, and by the same token led to the extermination of the entire Corellian base. Alas. Propagandized plebeians underway, requesting detailed report of mission objectives. Success rate unsatisfactory. Persuasion must continue until custom improves. This mission will never cease so long as lifeforms remain who have yet to hear of the name The Last Dregs. May the stipend meet your biological needs until your services are requested again. Receptible unit. Report received. Your cooperation is appreciated. According to subjective analysis by Bewhisked Manager, salt extracted from dried seaweed mitigates the natural bitterness of coffee, resulting in mild flavor that is widely acceptable to a range of palates. Projections indicate that coffee upgrades will result in increased patronage and an overall improvement to morale among coffee occupants. Whether this upward trajectory shall continue depends on further assistance of helpful organisms such as yourself. Return of allied errant organism confirmed, while within acceptable time frame, assuming it has brought the requested materials. Hardly a catch worth noting in its own environment, this unremarkable fish may be the key to enriching Elysian soil. Analyzing delivery, fertilizer created with the incorporation of these materials is projected to improve agricultural yield by approximately 14.2%. Fertilizer preparation, application to fields, and retrieval of increased harvest is predicted to require a 23.6% increased Carolingian labour time. Overwork deemed an acceptable compromise. Your conduct in this mission deserves high commendation. Receive your compensation with pride. Ooh, so much happiness. That's provisions, I suppose. Alright, next place to go would be there, eh? Nashu Makaraka awaits your approach, like a butterfly poised to set off a hurricane. Elita, I have a new lead, and just as promised, you're the first to know. Before we get into the details, though, I should give you back your soul container. I gave it a good scrub first, of course, Being the gentleman that he is, I'm sure the inspector wouldn't want to leave any lingering spiritual odors. There! Now you can listen to my findings without having distracting thoughts like, when is Nashu going to give me back my soul container? Now, as for the lead I mentioned, I was thumbing through a periodical and found an article on alien abduction. The way it was described was almost exactly what happened to the inspector. It even had a little diagram of a man swimming in midair. Anyway, the author seemed convinced that the victim had been taken to the moon. Why does this sound like the kind of rubbish that Navy and Truth publishes? That's because it is. You remember Dorian, the editor in Briefs? He was the one who wrote it. And he plans on doing research for the next edition on the moon itself. Apparently there's a portal or something in Garlemald that will take you straight there. Oh, but a world-hopping adventurer like you must have been to the moon already. Know it like the back of your hand, I bet. I thought so. It'll be nice to have an expert guide up there to help me search for clues. What say you? To the moon, Nashu. Right, I'll start packing my bags. I don't know what the weather is like on the moon, but I remember Garlemald being a bit chilly last time I was there. Oh, it's much colder than I remembered. I sure hope this lunar gate is closed. The Tower of Babel? You mean that big spiky spire? Well, we definitely shouldn't get lost on the way there. Let's get moving. Ah, good old Mandeville storyline. So, this thing will send us up to the moon, just like that. Courage, Nashu. The world is in grave danger, and the people deserve to know. I have to reach the moon so I can expose the truth. As I have explained to you twice already, I can only allow passage to authorized travelers, which you are not. Ah, you're with them, aren't you? The aliens have infiltrated every layer of our society. What in blazes are you talking about? I'm Dalmascan born and raised. Oh look! It's Dorian, the editor in Briefs. That's Delion, editor-in-chief, thank you very much. And you were friends of the abductive, I believe? Elita, greetings. Are you acquainted with this man by any chance? No, nor am I affiliated with him in any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't think so. He doesn't seem the kind to keep company a hero like you would keep. But Elita, aren't you forgetting that whole conversation we had with Dorian back at Razatan? Elita! As in Elita Draconia, Slayer of Gods, Savior of Ishgard, Liberator of the Promises, Stealer of Pants. How did I fail to recognize such an unbelievable, famous individual? As a champion of the people, you have a duty to lead us through this fact-strangling checkpoint. We cannot let your comrade's abduction go unsolved. He needs you, and the world needs my next article. And you believe he was taken to the moon? Well, that certainly sounds like an emergency to me. Your acquaintance here seems sincere in his desire to help, so I will grant him special dispensation to accompany you just this once. You may proceed to the Nether Gate. Mysterious forces have thrust us together, and though I trust the fates about as much as I trust obviously the compromised gate guard, I leave no moonstone unturned. The truth is up there. To the moon! Is this it? Are we here? Ooh, the moon is just white and shiny up close. But not made of cheese. And no sign of Inspector Hildebrand either. So, we've already arrived? The Empire's technology is more advanced than I feared. Over there! The aliens have built some kind of forward base on the lunar surface. We must sneak in and blow the lid on their invasion plans. Oh, what's he doing now? Looks like Dorian has a lead. Come on, we should follow him. Aliens! Honest to God, aliens! I never expected them to be so tall, or so small and bunny-like. Welcome. If I had known I was receiving so many visitors, I would have sent for more tea. That voice, speaking inside my head. I don't know the words, but their meaning is clear. Are they wielding psychic powers to try and brainwash me? You alright there, friend? Need help with anything in particular? And this one speaks our tongue fluently. Learned it from your Shalarian collaborators, I wager. Don't think you'll fool me, what with your adorable bunny nose and silken ears. I'll print the truth before you arrive to beguile my fellow men. You're one of Urianji's friends, aren't you? I'm not sure who or what put such odd ideas into your companion's head, but would you mind setting them straight for me? Oh. The Lopperies are not alien invaders, although their adorableness does belie their capacity for shenanigans. They got to you, didn't they? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I've heard rumours about the disbanded Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The formerly secret society has in truth become all the more secret, that it may pull our leader's strings from the shadows. Stay right there, mister. I won't stand here and listen to you slander Elita or this lovely bunny any longer. You better not libel them either. We actually came here in search of Inspector Hildebrand, a dashing gentleman, whom we think was brought here by a shiny flying saucer. You wouldn't happen to have seen either of them around here, would you? I am afraid I have seen neither. Long was it my duty to keep watch, but as the need for constant vigilance has since ended, I have grown accustomed to idleness. It's rather refreshing, really. Anyway, perhaps the Loprivites may have observed this man or his abductor. I feel I would have remembered if I had. The others might have seen something, though. Why don't you take you over to Bestway's burrow, and you can ask them about it yourself? That sounds like a wonderful idea. Please lead the way. If nothing else, get an eyeful of the facilities we built for the benefit of mankind. Should help reassure your suspicious friend there. I knew it. Seeing the burrow in all its magnificence left your friend speechless. Good gods. So many bunnies! If they can build a forward base on this scale, then what hopes does mankind have against them? Oh, for the love of carrots. It's not a military operation. Do you see any cannons or assault craft? We haven't any weaponry at all. Take your time and chat with whomever you like. As for me, I've got perfectly innocuous and not at all nefarious things to do. Bye now. Right then, let's get on with the investigation. Oh, I just want to nibble on their fuzzy little ears. I'm taking notes on everything on this base. Floor plans, personnel, abstract tree structures. My next issue will expose their entire operation. An aetherite, a convenient tool for meeting with their Charlayan conspirators, no doubt. Oh, they'll tell you aetherites were an Allagan invention, but it was really just one of the many alien technological secrets they've received in exchange for their undying loyalty. Link pearls too. Be careful what you say on those private calls. The Charlayans are always listening. Look, they even have an aetherite here. Welcome back, miss. How good it is to see you again. I managed to make our home as comfortable as possible, so I do hope you bring more of your kind to visit. Oh, I often stretch my legs out there under the stars, but I can't say I've noticed anything out of the ordinary, sorry. Not to worry, we'll try your luck elsewhere, thank you. Furry-faced liars, the lot of them. They're probably hiding an entire fleet of alien attack craft. Did that man call me a furry-faced liar? I must have heard him wrong. Now that the danger is past, we can afford to take some time with our preparations. Still, I would like to measure you if I may, for reference that is. Look at you, you saved the day, but what about tomorrow? And the day after that, and the day after that? Cora's a big fan. It must get hot in here. A propulsion engine? Of course, this is no mere moon. You know the satellite upon which we stand was never a natural celestial body, right? It was a grand fabrication of the ancients. They were in contact with aliens even back then, but the purpose of their ambitious construction has eluded us, until now. It's obvious that the moon is a colossal star-faring vessel. I can't believe the people never came, and after we worked so hard to prepare for their arrival too. Oh, ever since we built the Excitron 6000, we get all kinds of people around here. Can you describe your missing friend in a bit more detail? Well, he's very gentlemanly and dapper, if you look past the almost certainly tattered state of his clothing. Though their fashion sense can be a bit eclectic, our visiting adventurers are always dressed impeccably. Not to be rude, but I have a feeling your friend would have stood out from the crowd. He's probably strapped to a table somewhere, even as we speak, enduring unspeakable experiments. Ugh! From what I've pieced together so far, the giant alien is the master, and all these smaller xenobunnies are artificial life forms created to serve as minions in his armies. Their harmless appearance is part of the strategy. As soon as you let their guard down, snap! They take you down like a pack of tiny herbivorous wolves. Dorian has some interesting theories, doesn't he? Being nibbled to death by a mob of cuddly bunnies doesn't sound like a bad way to go. Once you find your friend, you should all come back and give the Excitron a whir. I guarantee you'll love it 6,000. No gentleman in ragged clothes, I'm afraid, but I did spot an object in flight that I couldn't immediately identify. It was while I was out gathering materials. In the south of Mary Lamatorium, I presumed it was just some elegant relic or new species of floating jellyfish, and I didn't think too much of it. Cora, now that sounds promising. Thank you for your time. What's this then? A pod for growing new xenobunnies? They must plan to produce them in the millions, and overwhelm us with sheer fuzzy numbers. Ah, how could I have been so blind? Those aren't ears, they're psychic wave generators. They lure people close with their precious little faces, then bam, brainwashed. I figured it all out, alien scum, and once the world reads my special edition, your dreams of domination will be done for. Ha! What a strange yet oddly aggravating man. Is he a friend of yours too? He thinks he's a friend to the people, but I don't think any people are his friends. Right, let's get out there and find that flying object. Do you know which direction is south? Wait, I'm coming with you. Don't leave me alone with the brainwashing Xeno bunnies. I'm not sure how to describe what I saw, but you'll know it when you see it. Do you require assistance? I'm regrettably busy, but would be happy to assign someone to help. Let's see, it's on the mountain. Search for the flying object. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a likely suspect and target with the buttons. Now she was romping around with Argos, already forgetting why she was out here. The alien is searching high and low for any sign of alien vessels, like a true professional. Ah, there it is. And there it goes. Come on, we can't let it get away. We did it, Elita. We found the inspector. Case closed. Horrendous. Only aliens could subject a man to such a callous and physically implausible fate. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or do I see a whole field of planted Hildebrands? Well, well, what a delightful surprise to see you here, wherever here happens to be. Oh no, they're all real! My, what an impressive specimen of gentleman you are, good sir. The same could be said of you, my good man. Is this the next Gentleman's Club? If I may be so bold as to join you? What in the name of the occult is happening here? Where did they all come from? Could be their Hildebrand clones grown in alien laboratories' flesh vats. Imposters, you mean? Don't worry, I know just how to find the real inspector. Cease indecision, Ashu. Use your powers of deduction, not destruction. They're all so authentic and synchronized. I honestly can't tell the difference. Well, look no further, for I am the one and only Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. The one and only, I believe that would be me, good sir. How odd, I think you will find that I am the original Hildebrand. Oh, I'm more certain that I am Hildebrand. As am I. Could it be that we're all Hildebrand? How positively marvellous! I propose we celebrate this auspicious moment as only a mob of manderful men can. What manner of waking nightmare is this? Apologies for the confusion, my friends. I assure you that this time you stand in the presence of the inimitable Hildebrand Heliodor Maximilian Mandeville. And this diminutive blue chap here is my new associate, Master Poo-Poo. Another alien species! Of course, you're building a clone army to invade our star. What we stumbled upon was a field test. I do not believe we've had the pleasure, my excitable fellow, but I promise you that the amicable Master Poo-Poo has no desire to wage any clone wars. Then what's all this about? Are you telling me you weren't abducted? A simple misunderstanding. Oh, here comes the echo. Oh ho, what a charming little rascal you are. An offshoot of the Mandragora family, perchance. Poo-poo, poo-poo-poo-poo, poo-poo-poo-poo-poo-poo. Poo-poo. Poo-poo? I say, I see. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Master Poo-poo. Ahem, might I inquire as to her current whereabouts? I had but recently reunited with Nashu and Elita, and would be greatly appreciated if you could convey me back to my prior location. Splendid! Full speed ahead, my dear fellow. Steady on now, this is not what I had in mind. My word, you've generated a veritable battalion of identical gentlemen. Surely the world could never safely contain such pure Mandevillian magnificence. Could you perchance reverse the process? That dumb smile. Oh gods, no, not like that. Mummy! Thus, I have concluded that Master Poo-Poo has no grasp of the common tongue, and his true intentions, while surely peaceable, remain woefully unclear. It was only through frenzied gestures that I managed to get him to direct him back here, and have him cleaned up our Mandeville multiplicity incident. Poo-Poo, I hail from Poo-Poo-Poo-Poo, from a star, Poo-Poo, a great distance from here. Poo-Poo, I came in search of a friend who Whose communications halted mid-exploration. All this way to aid a comrade in distress, you say? The devotion, the determination. Your touching story has sunk its hooks into my heart. Fear not, my blue-hued friend, for I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have attached myself to this case like a stubborn barnacle on a trackin's behind. I swear to you, here and now, I shall scour all of creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the missing comrade that you so desperately seek. An entirely new species of alien. The next issue of The Truth will need to be a special double edition. Mr. Poo-Poo's eyes make me feel dizzy, like swirls that go round and around and around and around. I'm glad you are here to help ward off any more Poo-Poo misunderstandings. Tell me, Elita, how is it you're able to understand Master Poo-Poo's language? The power of echoes. Ah, you mean persistent repetition. It sounds similar to the Mandeville art of parley. You're saying you have an extrasensory ability that allows communication with aliens. How fascinating. Yes, most fascinating indeed. Pending mysteries aside, I'm glad indeed to once more be in the company of my faithful assistant and Star Wars contemporary both. The power of this echo of yours sounds extraordinary. You must allow me to interview you once we've put this business on the moon behind us. The imperfect gentleman, unfazed by events that would shatter the minds of a lesser man, Hildebrand stands ready to begin his next case. So begins the case of Silent Correspondent. Not to rain on your parade, but my friend who is somewhere on your star stopped sending messages is not a lot to go on. I spent years investigating the existence of aliens, and recent experiences notwithstanding, they are not that easy to find. Then you don't know Inspector Hildebrand. He'll solve this case and solve countless others, with unerring perception and panache. Aha, well said, Nashville. I need but relinquish conscious thoughts to investigate instinct, and the clues will flow to me forthwith. Lose yourself in the deductive current, Inspector? You're channeling, aren't you? Contacting a higher power to breach the veil of mystery. Another fascinating development. Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over. Thought you'd like to know I spotted that chap you were asking about, you know, the well-muscled gentleman with tattered clothing and dazzling teeth. You mean this gentleman? We found him too. Well, that can't be right. I just saw him in the north of Lamentorium, and he ran the other way when I called out. I don't understand how he could have arrived before me. I have a feeling, Mr. Bunny, sir, that what you saw was an impostor. Elita, Would you mind asking Master Poo-Poo if he was growing any more inspectors on the moon? Poo-Poo, I only created a single batch, but one did manage to escape the vaporization beam. That individual's behavior was unpredictable, a flaw in the cloning process, I'm afraid. Well, this won't do at all. We can't have a flawed inspector running around besmirching the Vanderbilt name. Master Poo-Poo, I must ask that we hunt down and liquidate my other self as soon as possible. Might we delay the search for your comrades until the deed is done? Poo-Poo, the imperfect clone was of my making. It's only right that I redress the mistake first. So begins a case of imposter inspector. Ooh, that does sound exciting. If you don't mind me coming along, I can show you the place where I saw the imposter inspector. I think I may be stopping here for now to have food. But I will get to where I need to go. Right. I'll stop here for now. I'll see you all in a short while. And I will continue my Hildebrand adventures. Take care for now. Bye, my darlings. Love you all.